Bombay.
Associate sponsor, Frederic Constant Geneve.
Hello and welcome to Lessons in Marketing Excellence Season 6. I'm Pooja Kamal. Today's episode is a special one. It's the Wildcard round. Now, this round was introduced as a means to provide opportunity to the students from all over India to also feature in this competition and stake claim to the grand prize. This year, we received a whopping 1,962 entries. And after several rounds of deliberation at HUL, the 9 teams that have made it to the wildcard round are Team Beelzebub from Maika, Team Threesome from IMT Ghaziabad, Team BTB from IIM Udaipur, Team Iconoclast from Maika, Team Alag Hai Yaar from IIFT Delhi, Team Chanakya from Wellington, Team Luke Roar from Maika, Team Inferno from NMIMS and Team Swag from SIMC Pune. The case study for these 9 teams comes from India's largest consumer goods company, Hindustan Unilever's new entrant into the soft drink market, Lipton Iced Tea. The Indian soft drinks market, estimated to be around 28,000 crores annually, is primarily dominated by carbonated drinks. The iced tea is a relatively small market in this mix, contributing about 130 crores. But with increasing awareness and growing health consciousness following the negative PR around carbonated drinks and increasing health problems, people are becoming more accepting and increasing willingness to experiment with new tastes. This, the company believes, will help the iced tea market take off in India. The challenge for our teams is to devise strategies to drive the consumption of Lipton iced tea among its target audience with its current position, help Lipton leverage new emerging media such as digital and mobile, and other novel touchpoints to reach the TG effectively and efficiently. With that, it's time to meet our jury panel for the day. Anant Rangaswamy from CNBC TV 18.
Hello.
Krishnan Sundaram, Vice President Marketing Operations South Asia from Hindustan Unilever.
Hi.
And Shashwat Sharma, Head Lakme, also from Hindustan Unilever.
Hi.
With that, it's time to call our first team on stage. Team Beelzebub from Maika. Welcome.
Thank you.
As you know, you have 3 minutes to make your presentation, and once it ends, we'll sound the buzzer, which obviously indicates end of time. That is followed with a question and answer session with the jury. Are you all prepared for that?
Yes.
Okay, your time starts now. The key challenges identified by the team are category relevance and brand connect. The team feels that the target group for the brand after the end of a tiring workday needs a mood upliftment.
Hence the big idea. Refreshed mood, refreshed life. Lipton helps them get back to life. Now, why are we not talking about health or taste? 1, green tea has higher RTB in the health space. And 2, taste is considered to be a given when it comes to beverages. Now, the objective of our media is to create more users of iced tea and subsequently Lipton. How are we going to do this? By prioritizing reach and making sure the rate at which we talk to them is high.
The media mix proposed by the team will opt for 3 rules. Traditional, making Lipton accessible to the TG. Outdoor, Liptown to be a regular touchpoint. And digital to consistently engage the TG in conversations.
You said you researched some 25 plus brands on the positioning, and you said that mood upliftment is something that's unique to Lipton iced tea. I could argue that mood upliftment is generic to the tea category and to the carbonated soft drinks category. That pretty much every brand delivers a benefit above mood upliftment because that's basic. So how does Lipton iced tea then stand out? And 2, is that benefit relevant? Because if everybody in the market thinks that I have a cup of tea and I feel better, I have a Coke or a Sprite or a Limca and I feel better, how does that differentiate Lipton iced tea?
So the basis on which we've differentiated is that a cup of tea or a cup of coffee will mostly be around the morning time, the wake up time. That's why I've given a very specific time of day that when you come back home and you're so tired that you don't want to move a limb and you just go fall on the bed, that's when that you have 5 hours remaining in the day. You need to make the most of your day and you can't just slumber away. That's why we picked a very specific time of the day.
And also, if I could just add on to that, it's
not just solely mood upliftment. It's because the person does want to go out, but it's just due to sheer laziness or frustration. So it's also just, sort of giving you that aha moment, that kick to, I need to go out there and meet my friends and sort of live my life, like get back to my life and not just prioritize my work or my academics.
The second team to take center stage is Team Threesome from IMT Ghaziabad. Based on research and analysis, the team devised a triangular framework based on occasion, consumer lifestyle and product semiotics to deliver Lipton to the TG.
So with this, we present our big idea, the creating the chill with your chai moment for the consumer. Through the line marketing campaign to own the occasion of chilling, that is de-stressing in the evening hours when the consumer is back from his long tiring day. The offline touchpoint naturally would be such where we can reach out to the consumer when he is most open to our offering. So we suggest an on-ground activation at the Churchgate station during the evening hours, offering Lipton iced tea as a natural refreshment to every consumer who has had a long day at work. The idea is to provide a unique, stimulated, chilled out experience to the consumer, which will enable him to be as effective for the remaining day. Next step would be to create a PR story around it to be made live in the digital media. The whole campaign shall be captured in a video and showcased on YouTube. This will then be amplified in Twitter through influential marketing and Facebook by inviting people to share their own chill with your chai moment.
The team plans to leverage on digital media by associating with a YouTube channel, The Viral Fever, through contractual content creation, product placement and sponsoring of its episodes.
You focused on saying we'll build it as an evening de-stressor.
Yes.
Yeah. Why would I have Lipton iced tea? Why wouldn't I have beer?
So Lipton iced tea is something that you can have daily. Beer or a carbonated drink or an energy bull is not something that you can have daily.
Why?
I mean, this the obviously the health concerns of the people. They would not like to have a beer on a regular occasion for a long time. That's what we feel.
The presence of antioxidants and everything will motivate you to have a healthy drink.
So
At
what is
least
your
you'll feel
proposition?
good.
Is your proposition a healthy alternative? Is your proposition a because that's where I'm struggling.
It is basically a cold version of a tea, so it has all the nutrients of a tea, plus it is cold and it is very refreshing. So we are trying to position it as a refreshing drink that will get our target segment of 18 to 25 through the remaining part of the day.
With that, it's time for a short break. On the other side, 7 other teams fight hard for a spot at the semi-finals. That's up in a bit.
Associate sponsor, Frederic Constant Geneve.
Welcome back. You're watching the Wildcard round on Line 6. It's time now for team number 3, BTB, from IIM Udaipur to make their presentation. Through in-depth study, the team found that Lipton's current value proportion is naturally tasty and refreshing among consumers, but wasn't a top-of-mind recall. The team also found that the category salience has not been created. The strategy proposed by Team BTB revolves around making Lipton iced tea available at all major touchpoints and building awareness through integrated marketing communication, focusing on the functional benefits which brings LIT into the customer's consideration set and subsequently creating category and brand salience for the product.
Implementation of communicating naturally refreshing was condensed into 6 key parameters derived from the previous research: consumer touchpoints, ease of use and perceived functional benefits, taste, target audience, experiential and effective communication of the position. To cover this, we have designed 2 ad campaigns, 2 crowdsourcing campaigns and 1 out-of-home ad campaign. Starting with the AdWords, we have picked upon daily traffic woes, designing the Drink and Drive campaign, ads focusing on delivering LIT at touch points where refreshing is an essential need. Social media is the next stop. Wine-based emerging media campaign showing intriguing 6-second content linking LIT to refreshment and easily shareable for the time-challenged target audience. Crowdsourcing next. The Be the Refresher campaign involves POV videos of protagonists offering LIT to someone they see in their daily lives who could do with a refreshing glass of LIT. And the Selfie with LIT campaign inviting interesting selfies with LIT in different scenarios, experiencing the refreshing process in the real world through social media. Apart from these, guerrilla campaigns such as the Thermometer campaign, innovative event association, etc. will help generate a buzz in the target segments.
Actually, almost all your ideas seem to be talking about refreshment. It is refreshing that you're trying to build in every single idea, while the setup was all for health and a healthy natural drink.
The entire setup is for naturally refreshing. The one reason for that is
when we asked why would they like to have an iced tea, it is a combination of refreshing and healthy. And when will they perceive it to be healthy? When an item is natural. That is another insight of the research, which is why we decided to leave it as it is naturally refreshing, not trying to bring in the word healthy or some other associations of health for trying to force it into the communication.
Will it fight then with fruit juices? Are you causing huge problems for the category itself?
Fruit juice concept, we are fighting against the refreshing drink market.
No, you said that you want it to be refreshing and natural. Then fruit juice will be there in that category.
Fruit concentrates will be there. Fruit concentrates and carbonated soft drinks will be the major competitors that we are going to take the market share from.
Team Iconoclast from Mica, based on research, correlate the rational healthy choice and energy drinks with adventure sports. Based on this, their proposition is to take a step back from all the chaos, get a moment of clarity and chill through life, with their marketing objective aiming to increase first trials. As a part of their communication strategy, their campaign is called Lessons in Chilling. Phase 1 will involve digital, print and TV to build reach, with short films in collaboration with stand-up comedians, sensory marketing for print and television. Phase 2, to focus on audience participation, interactive vending machines and tap installations outside exam centers, creative installations outside tunnels and expressways, and funny future-telling booths at youth hangout joints are some of the proposed ideas.
Firstly, B2B tie-ups. In addition to that, having vending machines is a good idea, considering Nestea has a huge advantage of the chaos. An observation that we made during our retail visits was the uncanny similarity between the Lipton iced tea packaging and the hot tea beverage SKUs. We would also like to introduce a new SKU where we have smaller sachets in a big packet, basically banking on the convenience factor, which is very important for a young PG. In order to improve our retail presence, we would have better facings. Secondly, we will also use the adjacency principle where we pair it up with premium snack brands. And lastly, we would have more attractive point of purchase advertising, which would induce impulse buys.
Chavi, why is it different from a cup of hot tea?
This is different from a cup of hot tea because firstly, our TG, this appeals more to our TG, the whole iced tea thing. Hot tea is not appealing to our TG. Our youth TG is not.
This is across age groups.
Yeah. And this problem which we're trying to associate with our product, which our ideology which is trying to associate with a brand, is something which we found through our research, through our qualitative research, that this is something prevalent in the youth.
Up next is Team Alag Hai Yaar from IIFT Delhi, who proposed a bunch of ready-to-implement solutions to the jury.
We recommend following enhancement like redesigned bottle with grips, ready-to-drink Tetra Pak of 200 ml at ₹12, ready-to-mix powder of 35 gram at ₹10, and also providing a storage container along with the 500 gram SKU.
The team recommends Express to Refresh campaign to increase the initial trials of the product and to provide a memorable experience to the college-going youths. The idea? To use Lipton iced tea as a medium for entry into college and youth events.
The key objective is to associate Lipton iced tea with fun, excitement and anticipation. And with the right mix of enthusiastic team on the field and resources, the stated target can be achieved. We have also identified the key performance indicators for the success of our campaign. And it can be measured with the help of direct sales, online interaction among youth, using the online platform that we have created, and the youth response during campus festivals.
You said the marketing problem is availability. Is that what the crux of the problem is?
So availability and lack of trial of the product.
Price, availability, trial, then awareness.
So the thing is that these college events create a greater impact rather than just standing outside the college campuses. So in a way, they can give the experience which will be linked with this, the dance event. So they might just spread the word. We had usually what happens in these events is that you need to get the pass. The people visiting from outside campuses do not get passes easily. Suppose there's Arjit Singh playing tonight, so it's hard to get those passes. So in a way, it will create, in order to get those passes, a compulsion for people, and they might in a way like the product or be aware of the brand.
The sixth team to propose solutions to the jury is Team Chanakya from Wellington.
We suggest few changes in the marketing mix to increase in-home consumption. Introduce 2 new SKUs for both flavors, that is lemon and lemon with mint, first SKU, a 17-gram sachet called Easy Prep, priced at ₹5 to drive impulse purchase. Second SKU, a box of 20 Easy Prep sachets priced at ₹100. Offer a free iced tea glass with every box of 20 sachets for sales promotion. Make Easy Prep sachets and sachet box available at small retailers and all SKUs in MTOs.
Team Chanakya proposes that the campaign be laid out in 3 phases. Phase 1. The buzz creation with the creation of an add-on coolness anthem and campaigns involving competitions called Rewind, Refresh and Revamp to increase customer engagement. Phase 2 is the trial generation. This stage will include crucial tie-ups including the delivery chain Pizza Hut and amusement and water parks around 8 major cities. Phase 3 is sustainability involving campaign to drive daily consumption of the Lipton iced tea, create competitions featuring various recipes of mocktails using LIT as the base, and QR code at the back of SKUs which will link the TG directly to the Facebook page with various mocktail recipes using Lipton iced tea.
You say taste is a barrier, but then you try to unlock that by launching a ₹5 pack. So I'm not clear how your insight leads to your solution.
Taste, as in people think that the iced tea that they prepare at home may not be as good as restaurants and cafes. So for that we're suggesting a small sachet which we will maybe tie up with pizza chains and make them try that, and if they like the taste they will move on to buying bigger SKUs.
Thank you, team. With that, it's time for a short break. On the other side, 3 spots to be filled at the semi-finals and 9 contenders. We'll find out who makes it to the penultimate round of this competition. That's up in a bit.
Associate sponsor, Frederic Constant Geneve.
Welcome back. You're watching the Wildcard round at line 6. It's time for Team Luke Roar, our final team from Mica, to present. Welcome, guys. The key challenge identified was that the youth today are time-oriented and attend to responsibilities within a specific time gap available to them. The team has proposed to target youth through trial sessions wherein Lipton will be associated with the idea of comfort.
The big idea. I want to stir my life. The campaign would essentially revolve around embracing moments where the tussle between breaking monotony and shouldering expectations gets resolved. We propose the creation of a unique digital property which acts as a discovery engine for our TG. The portal essentially analyzes your social media activity and accordingly prepares a battery of offbeat activities that one can do either online or offline. These could range from weekend getaways to music concerts to events or to even a short film online. However, the only input that the portal takes is how much time do you have.
How does Lipton give comfort?
So by comfort, what we actually meant is, we thought comfort will be, Lipton will actually bring comfort by actually giving excitement to the user. So Lipton, when we actually a user consumes Lipton.
But can Lipton create new time?
It cannot.
What I understand, the problem is time. Now I have Lipton and suddenly I've got lots of time.
So what happens is, when so you have so many things to do, but then the youth of today is trying to find time for each one of them.
Right.
Yes, correct. So he's trying to find time to do probably go for a weekend trip. Wherever he finds time, he'll fit in that trip.
Correct.
So we as a brand will come forward and give him and present that time to him in a way.
How will you present time?
Though he already has the time, we give him the idea.
He doesn't have the time, you said.
No, he does create time, right? The youth of today ends up creating time for himself for smaller days.
Your insight was that they want to do something different. They don't have the time to do because they're too busy shouldering expectations. So where does the time suddenly come
So
from?
I'll give you an example. For example, I return from my office or my college hours and I go to this portal. Essentially, I have 10 minutes, let's say, between 2 classes. I'll just go and say that I have 10 minutes. It will, through my social behavior, analyze and give me that particular activity which I can fit in between those 10 minutes.
Blazing their way through the wildcard round is Team Inferno from NMIMS, stressing on their key insights that Lipton suffers primarily in the areas of brand recall and loyalty. To address this issue, they propose a 2-pronged strategy. Add, Pour, Mix, a digital campaign to simplify the iced tea preparation process and make your own iced tea to increase user trials.
The Add, Pour, Mix campaign will kick off in the month of April. The YouTube campaign and office campaign will run for 6 months. The college campaign and Facebook will run for 2 months. The hype generated by these campaigns will culminate with Lipton Guinness World Record campaign.
The estimated marketing budget is 90 lakh rupees. We expect that it will increase market share to 32% in case of normal run, to 34% in case of bull run, and 27% in case of bear run.
Is the barrier for Lipton iced tea that you have identified the fact that people think that it's very inconvenient to mix Lipton iced tea?
Yeah, sir, actually we had done a primary research where we interviewed around 69 people, and what we found is...
Around 69 means what?
69 people.
Just checking.
Where we found that 58% of them were not aware of iced tea. And they said that 75% of them said that had they known that Lipton iced tea can be made within 30 seconds, they are ready to try it in the future. Because when they asked them, according to you, what is the approximate time to make an iced tea, they say it's usually 2 to 3 minutes. And that is why they are reluctant to make an iced tea themselves.
The last wildcard contender for the season is Team Swag from SIMC Pune. Based on their insights, consumers often retreat from purchasing products mainly before the point of sale, and that consuming iced tea is based on situation alone. They propose to associate iced tea with the idea of providing a stimulus to further enhancing intellectual processes during breaks.
The youth today is vocal about its problems. A launch campaign for creating buzz leading to a critical mass on LIT social media is recommended. The Stuck campaign will focus on people's frustrations and invite them to shout out loud through digital as well as on-ground platforms created by LIT, which will be shared digitally. The brand will suggest solutions to these problems, establishing the higher order purpose. To influence the consumer at point of sale, the Get Unstuck campaign would relate to Kya Peena Hai through creative collaterals. A new vibrant yet minimalist packaging would make the product stand out.
Your functional benefit of intellectual stimulation, how does it link to everyday venting of your frustrations? I did not see the connect at all.
So that's the emotional benefit. The functional benefit is refreshing. So when we did our research, we found that a lot of people associate LIT with refreshing and iced tea in general with being refreshing. So we tell them that whenever you're working on something, you can have a break and you can have a sip of LIT and refresh your minds and then get back to whatever it was that you were doing.
And what we noticed is that whenever people take a break, there tends to be something or the other in their hand, whether it's a cup of chai or a smoke, something or the other is there in their hand. So we want to give iced tea, we want to put an iced tea in their hand there so that there's some kind of situational trigger to link iced tea to that situation.
Thank you, team. Please step outside. It's time for the jury deliberation, and we'll find out very soon which 3 teams make it to the semi-finals from this round. The first team to qualify into the semi-finals from this round is Team BTB from IIM Udaipur. Unfortunately, they're not here right now as they had a flight to catch. The second team to qualify into the semi-finals from this round is Iconoclast from Mica. Congratulations. And the third team is Beasley Babs, also from Mica. Congratulations, guys. The winners today get a cash prize of 50,000 rupees from HUL and Lime Hampers. Congratulations. That's a wrap on this episode. Next week, it's the first of the semi-finals on Lime 6. Our top 15 teams will have to crack up a steaming case study solution for HUL's latest venture in India, Magnum. Until then, from the entire team, many thanks for watching.
Associate sponsor, Frederic Constant Geneve.
Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable.